The four hunters moved in silence, their torches flickering like nervous hearts in the suffocating darkness of Paraban Forest. These were no ordinary adventurers. They were royal guards trained to fight and hunt, now venturing deep into the jungle for what should have been a routine hunt. But tonight was different. Unknowingly, they were walking into something none of them were prepared for. Earlier in the evening, everything had gone smoothly. They had taken down 2 deer, a rabbit, and a spotted stag. Laughter had echoed among the trees, blending with the natural rhythm of the wild. But as they reached the far northern edge of the jungle, the air changed. It grew colder, heavier, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. And then it happened. A sudden explosion tore through the silence. Before they could react, the head of the man walking ahead of them was severed cleanly from his body and flew through the air, landing several feet away with a dull thud. The remaining 3 froze. Their hearts pounded in their chests like war drums. There was nothing, no enemy, no movement, no visible weapon, just the horrifying absence of any explanation. Terror gripped them. For a moment, no one spoke, no one dared to.
Hunting in this region wasn't just a pastime, it was a regulated operation, tightly controlled, and only allowed after paying an official fee. But something had changed. The once lively woods that echoed with the crack of gunfire and rustling prey had grown disturbingly silent. Timber contractors stopped bidding. Hunters, even the most seasoned ones, began to whisper stories they wouldn't speak aloud during daylight. At night, the forest stirred, not with life, but with something unnatural, blood-chilling screams that sliced through the silence. During the day, strange howls drifted from the dense shadows of Paraban. People stopped asking questions. Fear had crept in like a fog and settled deep in their bones. The state's ruler, Nawab Baram, had tried to keep calm. He launched a quiet investigation into the disturbances, hoping it was nothing more than rumor and exaggeration. But even his most trusted men returned pale, shaken, and empty-handed. Nothing added up. No tracks. No evidence. Just bodies of animals, mutilated in ways no predator could manage. Hunters who once laughed around campfires now refused to enter the jungle. And still, the forest watched. One such man was Nawab Faizan Mir, an old aristocrat with power, money, and enemies. He owned a hunting estate on the jungle's edge. One weekend, his only daughter Miher Mir, a bold, adventurous woman, ventured into the jungle on horseback with her bodyguard. She never returned. The bodyguard was later found hanging from a tree, eyes gouged out, and his tongue missing. Meher was Ganeno desperate and fearing a political scandal. Nawab Faizan summoned Detective Imran, known for solving cases that mixed crime with myth. When Imran arrived at the Nawab's estate, he noticed something odd. Strange tribal totems hung around the property, as if trying to ward off something. Faizan confessed he had received a letter handwritten, sealed with blood. "Your daughter walks among the roots now. Leave the jungle, or she'll become one of us." Imran took the letter and examined the ink. It was blood. Human. Imran traced Meher's last known path and entered the jungle with a small team. Deep inside, they discovered a collapsed hunting lodge covered in vines. Inside were dried blood stains and a crude drawing on the wall, a figure with no face and roots for arms. That night, the team heard strange flute music and whispering in an unknown tongue. In the morning, one officer had vanished, his boots left behind, filled with blood. Imran found a torn journal beneath a tree, half buried. It belonged to Meher. She had discovered something, the hidden village deep in the jungle where no outsiders were allowed. The villagers spoke of an underground cult called Kal Noir, descendants of ancient priests who worshipped the hunger. She wrote, "They're not dead. They live beneath the forest. I saw them, faces painted like bark, eyes black as coal, and one of them spoke my name." Following the blood-marked trail, Imran and his team stumbled upon a narrow crevice hidden behind thick vines. Beneath it, a stairway of stone descending into the earth like the throat of a beast. They had found it the forgotten temple. Inside, the air was thick with the stench of rot and iron. The flashlight beams cut through the darkness to reveal scattered bones, rusted tribal weapons, and blood-painted symbols crawling across the walls like veins. At the heart of the temple, inside a circular stone chamber lit by flickering fire pits, lay Mir alive, barely conscious, her wrists bound by twisting jungle vines that pulsed faintly, as if alive. Her eyes fluttered open when Imran called her name. She tried to speak, but her voice was hoarse. As he rushed to untie her, the torches dimmed. A sound-low guttural chanting rose from the shadows. They were not alone. From hidden tunnels, figures emerged, faces masked in bark patterns. Eyes blackened, bodies gaunt and marked with ash. The cult had returned. The firefight erupted fast and savage. 2 officers were struck down with poisoned blades before they could scream. Joseph fought like a wall, gun in one hand, machete in the other, covering Imran. From the far end, the cult leader stepped forward tall, skeletal, his skin painted like dead wood, a voice like dry leaves whispering. She drank from the roots. She has hours now. She hears the forest. Imran didn't hesitate. One clean shot, the leader dropped, black blood seeping from his mouth as he laughed and whispered, "Too late." Meher stirred, trembling. Her voice cracked in a whisper. "They made me drink. I saw things. Trees that breathe, roots that bleed. They want me. They call me back." But Imran lifted her into his arms, tightening his grip. "No one's taking you," he said coldly. And they ran through tunnels of whispers, chased by shadows. Back at the Nawab's estate, Meher recovered, but she wasn't the same. At night, she sat in silence, staring at the trees. One evening, she said to Imran, "The jungle let me go, but it marked me. One day, I'll go back." The cult was declared destroyed, and the case closed. But Imran knew better. Weeks later, he received a package at his office. No return address. Inside was a single item, a carving of Meher's face, with vines growing from her eyes. Written on the box, "The jungle always takes what it's owed."